404, this is 7, stand by a minute. Just come on, what is your attack angle?
Okay, talk to him, see
Very
what
good.
it is. Charlie,
And what I'm going to do is ask you your name. If you could tell me your name
Okay,
and what unit you flew with and the years.
all right.
And we'll come down the line if that's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And is Son your first name or your last name?
My son is first name,
Okay.
yeah.
And the same with
Thai,
Ty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
my first name.
I got a reflection. I couldn't read your badge. My bad. Ty. And it's
Chau.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
So I pronounced those correctly,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Son, Ty, Chau.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right.
And if you could go ahead and tell me your name and who you flew with.
All right, my name is Bach. I was born in 1942, and I joined the Air Force in 1963. And since then, I was air cadet. I've been here at Lakeland Air Force Base as air cadet, and been here and then study English at Lakeland Air Force Base. Behind that, I go to Randolph Air Force Base to study flying a T-28. Graduate and get a win with the T-28. Graduate, outstanding class with T-28. I come home and fly started and go to combat at Squadron 514, and then they send me to 524, and then go around it, go to Pleiku, Bien Hoa, go all over the place. Finally, when I end up at Squadron 530 at Pleiku, I start as a pilot, and single pilot, and then leader, and then flight leader, and then I end up as a squadron commander. And then I end up as squadron commander until we lost 1975.
Now you were flying T-28s the whole time, or did you transition into A1, or who was flying C-130s? Is there a gentleman?
The other one, Antonina.
I flew A1 Skyrider until the very last time.
Okay.
And then about two months, and then when after that we don't have enough ammunition, they send me to Phuket. Yeah, send me Phuket to learn how to fly the A37.
Okay.
And I flew 4 eye on A37. They checked me out. One guy checked me out 4 eye on 37. And after that, and I have a chance to go combat for 2 eye and fly around the airport there.
Was that at Phuket when you
At
were
Phuket,
classic
yeah.
fire?
Just Phuket, and then after that, they sent back to Johnson Yut. And I come back to Johnson Yut, and squadron commander have no room, no place. So it's very sad. So I just tell my man, go home, take care of your family. I have no boss.
That was in
No place.
1975. at South Vietnam
1975.
Front. Yes.
I tell my managers, I don't know who my boss is. I have no place, no place to control. I don't know who control me now. I don't have no idea where to go. I don't know what to do. So
Take care of family.
take care of your family.
Good. Now,
That's it.
have you stayed in touch with some of your men after the war?
I don't have any idea, so I have to go around and look for a place to send my wife out of the country.
Okay.
Finally, I see my friend who flew the helicopter, who's the squadron commander at one helicopter, that is one major. I said, I will take care of my wife, please. And that time, my wife take care of my 2 sons. And then I said that I will take care of my 2 brothers. And then she said, I'm gonna take care of my 2 brothers and sisters too. That means my wife take care of 6 children.
Oh.
I said, okay, take care of all of them. Take to the helicopter. And then he said, okay, I take care of it. Bring to the concern. That means very little island and south.
Oh, yeah.
Concern is where
Was that
all the
East side,
VC
yeah.
prisoners.
prisoners were? Yeah,
Yeah.
Prisoner
yes.
was.
Yeah.
East side of the Vietnam on the
Yeah.
island.
There was a gentleman that was I believe it was South Vietnamese,
Right.
that had a Sky Raider packed full of people, and he went down there to
Yeah.
refuel.
Yeah.
I'd heard that
Yeah.
story.
Maybe land.
Yeah.
Is it land? Land?
No,
He told a story in Spanish.
yeah, that's it. They come to the concern.
Yeah.
And then they arrangement for the people to pick them to go to the air fleet.
Okay.
Yeah. And from them, we meet each other at Utapao.
A friend of mine, I don't know if any of you knew Roger Youngblood. He was a Sky Raider pilot. Did you know Roger?
I don't know him, but I read on the Sputnik.
Yes. He was sent in by General Adderholt, he and Jack Drummond, to get as many planes
Yeah.
out of Utapao so that it didn't fall into the
Yeah.
North Vietnamese hands. And they got all the F-5s out, and they were getting all kinds of
Yeah.
other aircraft out. And they were told, all right, now get the Sky Raiders.
Yeah.
And did you hear about how they all sat there during the monsoon with the canopies open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Roger went up and he put his hand on the seat, on the
Yeah.
parachute, and the water came up, and he goes, oh, this is not good. But they got somebody
They get
to clean
out.
them up a
Yeah.
little bit, and they got 4 of them out. And how I got involved in this, in my hometown, one of those 4 Sky Raiders is there in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I have grown to love the A1 community. I as a child, I just knew how bad Vietnam was for everybody. And that's why I do these films, because I want to record history so that people don't forget. Hopefully they will learn something.
Yeah.
That is why I
Yeah.
do this. And I want to say thank you to each of you for taking a moment. I know there's painful memories, and I'm very happy that you're here. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you taking the time. But yeah, that's how I got involved, was actually Utapao. And one way or another, it took me
Yeah.
right back to there. So maybe someday I can go there. Yes.
May I ask, how do you get out?
Yeah, we get out by all of my wife and all my children and my brother and sister, the young one, very young one. All are gone. Okay, I'm then. We take care of ourselves. We now 2 friends and 12 people sit in the blue room
Yeah.
on one airplane.
Sky
Go
Raider.
Yeah.
straight to Itapao.
Oh. So
12 people.
Yes.
In back there.
Yes.
Just 12 people
Okay,
in the
that's
back.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people in that aircraft.
Oh, there is a story with 25 people.
I don't, 25 people, I don't know, but our plane, 12 people in the back.
Yeah.
Central of gravity, forget about that. We just go over there straight to Itapao, and after get down to Itapao, we landed. Some people go out there and spray about that,
Repaint.
finish that Vietnamese, South Vietnamese flag, get rid of them.
Do you remember the tail number of the
No,
plane
I
you
don't
flew?
remember.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to ask. I just,
And that's it. I said it Vietnamese Airforce is gone.
yes,
We don't want to remember it.
I
That's it.
understand. Ty, can you tell me a
Yes.
little bit about your story?
My name Thai Huynh. I joined the Vietnamese Air Force, same class with those 2 guys here, 1963.
Okay,
We same class. 1964, the U.S. pilots training for me C-185, that's it now. I graduated 1964.
that,
Cessna.
the Dragonfly?
No, the
Oh,
like bird dog.
yeah, the bird dog, I got you,
yeah.
yes.
I graduated 1964, then I flew L-19 64 to 65. Then I transitioned from L-19 to A-1 1965 to 66.
That's a little plane to a very big.
Yeah, I went to Rendorf, 4028. Then I go to Eglin Air Force Base, number 9 for A1. And then 96, I graduate A1. Go back to Vietnam, 66, 67. I flew the A1. Then I got shot down 1967. I lucky to survive.
Where did you get shot down?
Close to the west side of Saigon,
Okay.
very close to Saigon, right on the Cambodia border.
Okay.
They shot me down, then the U.S. helicopter picked me up in 10 minutes.
Was it ground fire, a SAM missile?
Ground fire.
Ground fire, okay.
Yeah.
Were you supporting troops on the ground?
Yes, we just dropped the bomb. No, we don't have troop. That's a free zone. Free zone.
Okay.
I dropped 10 bombs. Then I start to use the cannon. I fly low. They get me. Then I didn't jump out. I crashed
Okay.
because I don't want to jump out. I have a friend got caught and skinned alive.
Oh.
So I don't want to jump out. So I crashed in the jungle. I hide in the tree and the mud. The U.S. helicopter come look for me. They cannot find me. They thought I'm die. They report to home. We cannot find the pilot. Then at the squadron, they thought I die, you know. Finally, the gunner from the helicopter, he's smart guy. He the black guy, but he real smart. He dropped the red smoke in the jungle.
What did you drop in the jungle?
Red smoke.
Red
The red smoke.
The
Okay.
communists see the red smoke, they thought the bomb right there. Because we used the target, the red smoke. So the communists see the red smoke, they run away. I go right there. I will. The helicopter come pick me up in 10 minutes.
That was brilliant.
That's surprise. I cannot believe that gonna do that, you know. If they go home, they cannot find me, they go home, then I'm gone.
Because every time they see the red smoke, that is, they mark the target.
Oh.
So the VC run away.
They run away. I didn't talk with him. I don't have radio. So I cannot talk with him, but we read his mind, he reads
Yeah.
my mind. And then I go there, I wait, and he pick me up.
Did you get to meet him afterwards? Shake
No,
hands with the gunner?
I'm nervous. I should get his phone number, you know. I should bring him the dinner party with me. I took the whole squadron for the party that night. But I missed the gunner. I said, oh my God, I did. So after I got shot down, I have the probably, he's the big guy in Vietnam Air Force. He said, hey, get out there. You die very soon. he took me out to A1. He took me to Tân by the U6. They call me a beaver. The beaver.
Oh yeah,
Beaver.
The
Yeah, the
beaver.
beaver. The de Havilland beaver.
Yeah, that
High
airplane,
wing, big engine. Yeah.
that airplane, we do the recording, the intelligence mission.
Okay.
Listen to them.
Now, while you were doing that, were you working with the MACV SOG guys that were on the ground and recording what they said, or was it the missions?
But that the Vietnamese intelligence
Yeah.
group, they go with me. They sit on the back. They have the machine. They
Okay.
can listen. They can record the voice. They know what they can division or they know the name of the target, the group too. They can just like OV10 or some kind of the intelligence job, you know. Then I work from the U6 from 67 to 75. So I flew A1 only for roughly 2 years.
And how did you get out of Vietnam? May I
Oh
ask?
man, that sad part. The last one, about 1 month or more, my squadron commander gone. I don't know where he go. We have no squadron commander. So the vice squadron commander come up. He take care of us. Nobody tell nobody, man. No tell. You know, you have to open your eye. You open your ear. What they do, then you do. You take care of yourself. Nobody tell you. Your leader go on, don't tell you one word. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself. I brought my wife and 2 kids in the squadron. I hide them in the office. I prepare. I know. I know what time to go, but I don't know when. So I prepare. I put them in the squadron for maybe 2 or 3 weeks before we go. Finally, the last day, the communist airplane dropped the bomb into Synchronic Air Base. Then next morning, that's the April 28th. The next morning, April 29, 75, about 9 a.m., the Synchronic Air Base gone. At the Synchronic Air Base, they take the women and children to the island on April 28th night. Every woman and children have to go. The pilot stay. We fly until April 29, 9 a.m. The Synchronic gone. So I run out I jump in the C-7 Caribou.
Mm-hmm.
We fly to Kong Sơn Island. I met my daughter and 2 children there. We didn't go to Utah yet. We stay at Kong Sơn the night of April 29. The next morning, April 30, the Vietnamese president surrendered. The policeman take care of the airport, come to tell, the pilot have to go because I opened the prisoner. They order
Release the prisoner.
That the order from President from Saigon. They order us to open the prisoner. That the prisoner, the old communist prisoner. We took the rank, we throw away. We took the M16 load, ready to fight with prisoner. So everybody get in the airplane. We don't have enough airplane for everybody. So we decide the women and children don't have the husband stay. You have couple, the man and the woman and children then go. All the women don't have husband, they get mad. They mad, they say, hey, let we go. We say, you stay, you don't get killed. The pilots stay, get killed. So let them go. So let them go. If you have the whole family, then go. The family don't have husband, stay. Then finally we do that. Then we go to Utah. We talk with the colonel from Utah, U.S. Airforce. We told the story. He said, hey, we just took a lot of women and children in island. So can we take the C-130, Vietnamese Air Force, C-130, fly back to island and pick up the children and women? The colonel said, no, because that airplane, we paint the U.S. Air Force flag already. You cannot fly the U.S. airplane. You know, when we land, every time we will land the airplane, the first minute, U.S. Air Force paint the U.S. flag, right?
Yeah.
That's why
So now, if they were flying the U.S. Air Force, it's either
Paris
an act
Accord.
of war.
Paris Accord Conference.
Oh yeah.
We are
72.
Yeah, the Paris Accords. Yeah.
But the colonel, he's so nice. Say, don't worry, we cannot let you take the airplane, but I guarantee you, I talk with the carrier, Seventh
Fleet.
Seventh Fleet. Yes.
Seventh. They will come to pick up whoever want to go. They can go. But if you stay, they stay. We cannot ask them to go. But if they want to go, we pick them up. And they did it. They did
So
what
that
they said.
happened.
That is fantastic.
He did what he said. He exactly did it.
Now, and you got to Utapao, and then how did you get to the U.S.?
Then the U.S. prepares all the big hangar.
Yeah.
They put the mattress on the floor, food, drink for all the children and women. So my family go rest about 2 or 3 hours. Then the U.S. Air Force C-141, I think, big airplane. They took us in about 3 hours. I rested about 3 hours, then we go right away.
Wow.
Go to Guam.
So you went to Guam, and then eventually
I stay Guam in a few weeks, then I go to California, to Cameron. Then I know the family from U.S. Air Force,
They made you
1960.
stay with the Marines? That's not hospitable. They should have let you stay with the Air Force.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I pick on the Marines all the time. My
My
daughter dated a Marine, so I was like, no.
So I get to the Cameron, California,
Yeah.
about 3 weeks. Then I know the family from San Antonio. Yeah. He's the major from the U.S. Air Force.
Who
I
was
know
that?
I know him, Mr. Henry Albright.
Okay.
He know me in 1965 when I came here for flying training A1. Then I call him and say, I want to go to Canada. He say, no, Canada, go to Texas, I take care of you. So I listened to him to go here. June 1965, 75 I was here.
And so you've been here ever since?
June 1965.
Wow.
Chau.
Chau, can you tell me a little bit about your experience and your story? What did you fly and how did you wind up
All right.
here?
My name is Chau Trinh. I got my wing in 1964 in October from Randolph Air Force Base. I went home. I was checked out on A1 with the 34th First Air Commando Squadron.
Yeah.
And after that, I was assigned to 514 Fighter Squadron in Benoit to fly the A1. I flew for 2 years. I got around 600 hours. And then after that, as the war progressed, U.S. decided to give us more advanced fighter, the F-5. I was selected one of the 33 first pilot to go for the F-5. I went to just stay in 65, get trained, come back, was assigned to 542nd Fighter Squadron. I flew from 66 until the last day of the war, 1975. I was last rank, I was major, and I was operation officer. I logged in more than 2,200 hours on the F-5,
And just on the F5.
just on the F-5.
May I ask each one of you how many hours you have total during the war? I mean, did you keep up with how many hours you
Oh
flew?
yeah, we have the flying book.
How many did you have total?
Oh yeah, the L-19 a lot because you fly all day, never come home.
Well, I mean, it was a decade you flew. You flew for almost 10 years.
Yeah, just like I flew a F-5 9 years and 2 years on a A1.
Holy cow. So you guys must...
Yeah, all the A1s.
Oh, yeah. So what they said in the room down there, they said you had more airtime than the entire room combined.
That could be true.
You,
Wow.
you believe 1968 and the A1 squadron, we don't have time to eat.
We
Come back, load the bomb, take off again.
Hardly we don't have time to look at it. We don't forget about
Yeah,
loading time.
we don't count a
At
mission.
At
We don't
least.
count a mission.
At least 8,000.
Wow.
Over 8,000.
Over 8,000.
From 8,000 to 10,000. You just forget about time.
Yeah.
Go in, down, load the bomb, fill up the tank, go again.
Yeah.
One day maybe 2 mission. One day 3 mission. Forget about time.
Just focus on mission.
Yeah, when you don't know about your life or when you leave, you landing. Okay, I'm alive.
I know one guy, he died because he didn't have time to rest. For sure, that guy.
Exhausted.
You
Exactly.
only you know only your life when you landing.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
we'll go back to you, Chau. I apologize for
Okay.
getting off track when you said the time.
So, at the end of the war, 1975, April, I was maybe one of the fortunate among 3 of us. My family was evacuated on the 20th by a friend who was American dentist.
Okay.
He was stationed in Utah. He kept calling, Chau, are you willing to let your wife and children come, get out? I will come and pick them up. So I went home, I say, give me an answer in 3 hours. I came home, I begged my wife, honey, you have to leave the country. He said, what are you talking about? You always told me. Every time I went to the state for the training, my wife come home, my wife say, how was the mission, how was the training in US? I say, fantastic. Nobody shoot at you, air conditioner room, swimming pool, color television. But if you say, Chau, stay here, I say, no, thank you. I going back to Vietnam. Now you asking me to live by myself with 3 kids without you. You must be out of your mind. I say, please, without you, if I have to make decision and by myself, I can make it quick, even though it's risky. And then She say, okay. So I told my friend, okay, my wife ready to go. The next day he flew in, and then we meet together, we crying. He said, Joe, calm down. Everything okay. And then the following day, I met him at the gate. He took my family to down and fly them out. Now the question, how do I get out? On the last day, everything is collapsed. The air base was showering with a lot of rocket, 122 millimeters. And then I say, time to go. I was lucky, I found out I will be left behind because suddenly I hear the runway, the jet engine start roaring. I say, what happened? Everybody take off. And one of the guy come in, I will take a shelter there. He say, hey, Chau, you see Major Chung? I say, no, I don't see him. I say, what happened? He say, the mission is scrambled. I need him to fill up the spot. I say, can I fly? He say, no. This is whoever assigned the list, assigned for that mission, can only fly. I say, in myself, I say, bullshit. Because normally, regularly, in the peacetime, wartime, we are playing in the car at the squadron. If one of us walk away and boom, the mission scramble, anybody can fill up the slot. They're happy to take it. And now why not me? I say, oh, they're leaving us. So I scramble the surrounding. I say, hey, they're leaving us. And then everybody rush out to the flying line. I rush out in the flyer, sit in the back of my friend, scooter. He had a Vespa. At the flying line, I saw, oh my God. The jet taxi out. I saw some of a lot with the briefcase and walk to the airplane, pre-fly and take off. I say, what the hell you go on mission with that? You don't carry the briefcase. I say, dangerous. So a friend of mine, I say, listen, now we all do together. Either we all die or we will be survive together. So I say, you walk on that side of revetment, I walk on this side of revetment, looking for the good airplane ready for fly. So as I walk, I found one airplane. I checked it for 781. Air refuel, radio fix, ready for loading. Boom, bingo. I say, hey, I found the airplane. Come on. At that time, one of the security guy with the M16 walked over to me. Sir, can you take me? I said, oh my. I think my mind, I say, what if I say no? He may say, if I don't go, you don't go. So I softened my voice. I say, listen, this is a single seater. Can fit only maybe two. That's what I took a chance. I told my friend. Now I cannot take you with three. To make it short, how he later on get to Europe, that's another story. But that's why I call him, hey, let's go. And the crew chief started the APU, we start the engine, we climb in. There is one single seater, can fit two pilots. I said, okay. We throw a parachute out. No survival kit cushion. He sit down, I sat on his lap. I couldn't close the canopy. I throw away the helmet. So we start engine, without the helmet, without the parachute, taxi out, midway, no control tower, operator. Which way I take off? Take your guess. So I hit 5,000 marker. I say, okay, this is 5,000 marker. At least I know either way is 5,000 feet left because the runway is 10,000 feet at least, or sometimes 12,000. So I took off, get out there, heads up. Hey, look like clear. Power afterburner, we took off. And we come over Utah, fly over town, rock the wing, pull up, come final, landing gear down, as we learn in the school, right? How to land without radio, because I don't have a helmet. Come in final, landing gear down, lights on, check the green light. Okay, good, green, so we land. After I landed, and then I get off the airplane. The Thai security MP surrounded, say, hey, those guys cannot stay here. We send them back to Vietnam. The American MP say, hell no, you're gonna get lost. So they put us in the van. But before I go that, here come another F5. Remember I was with another guy. Here come another F5.
Security guy.
No.
Oh.
He later he back down, but that's another story. Here come another F5. Open the canopy. Guess how many people? 3.
Where did he fit them?
I had no problem. And then later on, I talked to the pilot, Topher Gurner. He was in my squadron. Okay? The funny story, when he found the airplane, that case, he found the airplane with another pilot, only 2. The vice commander, squadron commander, come and ask him. He say, sorry, sir, I have only 2 pilots. I cannot take another one. And yet, so the vice squadron commander walk away. And he taxi out along the taxiway, and then the pilot come out. Can you take me? He said, no, I have 3 guys. He said, please, if you don't take me, they will kill me. So guess what? He make a very risky mission. Okay, we all die together. So he jumped in 3 pilots. Yes, I don't know how the hell they packed it, right? They packed it on the takeoff roll, but afterburner, airsborne speed, 165, stick back, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, airspeed limitation for here, 230, nothing happened, 250, 260. Later on, they found out what happened. When they loaded in I don't know how they loaded in the cockpit with 3. It happened when the guy boot jam up between the control stick and the ejection seat.
And he can rotate.
He cannot rotate, his jam up.
Oh,
So
no.
when he pulled so hard, maybe that guy moved his leg a little bit, and then they have room. And then that's how he get airborne. The story really funny. 4 years I was in Randolph. I flew the simulator T-3. And one of the guys, I was at the BRW meeting. One of the trainers say, can you come over here just play with the simulator? Oh, sure. Just like F5, right? I flew, and then my wife stayed look over the shoulder. She looked and say, hey, don't crash. We practice, simulator. I say, honey, can you jump in and let's see 2 birds fits in there? She said, hell no, it's so small. I say, don't forget, I made it happen. That's why I'm here. And she laughed. That's the story.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gentlemen have lived an extraordinary life. And I am so glad that you're here. I've been with the Vietnam pilots for probably 4 to 5 years, maybe 6. And you are the first gentleman that I've met from South Vietnam. And I am so happy to finally meet somebody that made it out. I've heard stories of friends and whatnot, but you're the first 3 gentlemen I've ever met. And I'm so excited to have heard your story. Do you want to tell anything else while we're here? I mean,
Well, let me say my thought. Well, I personally not proud to talk about it. Why do I have to run away? But the thing is, when you get to do what you got to do to survive, you did it. And at least I was lucky getting made. But I'm not proud about it. But history was there. We learn from it and try to do the future. You can change the history.
Yeah.
It's already happened.
You have to learn from history.
Yes.
Not every battle is a win.
Yep.
We've all experienced some kind of loss, but you pick yourself up and you move forward and
Yep.
you learn from that and you grow stronger and hopefully grow people stronger around you.
And sometimes some pilot compare to the Afghanistan. We've been there. We know that. No excuse. Compare the two. Well, You make the decision.
Yes. We're all looking at the Afghan situation, and it seems so reminiscent.
Yeah.
After meeting Roger Youngblood, he had me read General Airforce's book on how he set up everything for Cambodia to exit. And evidently he couldn't work it out with the South Vietnamese in the same plan, so they would have got more people out. And then I'm looking here at ours, and I'm like, is there not one general like Airforce that would have planned, or it is what it is.
You know, I was lucky, like I say, I got a friend, a dentist, who took my family out 1 week ahead.
Yes.
But most of Vietnamese pilot family forget.
Yeah.
But at the last minute, they decide to evacuate by priority. F5, A37, A1. Never talk about helicopter pilot. What's wrong there? Well, F5 costs more.
Yeah.
So the wife already left. Pilot have to fly the F5 out.
Yep.
To reunite, and they sell the airplane. That's
You asked me to come up here to do the interview.
Yes.
The reason I don't like it, I hesitated. And you told me I don't have to talk, I don't have to say anything. Because he talking, he tell his story. And I ask you now, I can tell you from my heart, the reason I don't want to talk. At that time, after the war is over, when I was over here, I tell it. I feel that time, I tell the truth. I don't like the way Americans treat us.
No.
I don't like it. If I tell the truth, I hate Americans that way. I hate the Air Force leader treat us. That is why I don't want to talk about it. I forget about Vietnamese Air Force. Since then, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that at all. Forget about that.
Let me tell, he's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's sad and make me sick. The squadron commander, the wing commander run, and I run behind him. The wing commander look at, God damn, what you do? He
Come
ran.
over here, I see
know
them.
it.
I don't want to see them.
I know he ran. He go get the airplane. I go get the airplane too. But
Yeah.
he act like his life bigger than my life.
Well, look at that situation, you know. They send the family out, right? The air base get rocket attack. Let's say 100 family already left. So now 100 pilot ready to fly out. Now only 50 airplane. Who going to fly out? Who going to stay? Disaster.
I told you my
Well, you
wing.
want to fight when we don't have no bomb, ammunition, no gas, no. What we fight with?
How do you fight the war? Every day countdown. Okay, South Vietnam, because the Congress got the aid.
Yes.
Okay, South Vietnamese have 14-day ammunition. Next day, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And then, what about the morale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody help nobody. The leader doesn't tell you one word, man. You have to keep your eye open.
Yeah, for your own safety.
When I was little, my father, he had a small construction company, and the veterans would come back, and they were very much like you. They were very angry,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't talk much. And I watched. We had the left, the hippies, and I hated what the hippies said and did. And I was little, and it made me so mad. And I saw those men that were hurt here and here because they wanted, like you, to fight, and they wanted to make a difference, and they wanted to win. And it came down to politics, like it always does in every war. There's somebody making the decision other than the soldiers. And when I got old enough, I decided this is how I give back. I try to make sure there's a lesson. I never could serve. I got hurt in a car accident and broke my back, so I was out. I was heading to sign up, and that happened. But I saw those men, and I've never forgotten them. They were some of my father's greatest friends, and when my father got killed, every one of those guys, one of those Vietnam vets, he sat with me every night when I was in the hospital, because we were working together when he got killed. And that man wouldn't leave me, he would never say a word, but he loved my father because my father cared for him.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a bond that you gentlemen share, and that's rare. That is very rare to have that kind of friendship. So, yes, sir.
I want to tell you how I appreciate the USA. I came in here for nothing. We live in the camp. The volunteer work 24 hours. Give us food, blanket, take care of us, perfect. Then I get out. The American help me get a job, and the one family in the church, I don't have the car. Then one family asked me, bicycle, buy the bicycle so you can go to work. I say, oh my God, the winter, how can I drive the bicycle? Then one family in the church give me the Rambler, the old car, $200 car. Man, I'm so happy. I have the Lexus 460 right now, but I love the Rambler $200 more than my Lexus right now. I'm so happy. They're so nice. The American over here. I feel like I fall in the ocean. The American throw me the life jacket. I appreciate that.
There are very good people here.
Oh, a
And
lot.
like any other culture,
a
there are
lot,
some
a
bad
lot.
people.
Exactly.
But there are good people.
Oh,
who will stand
so
up.
good people.
Well, for those who resent again for refugee, I say please give us some time.
Yeah.
There will be a payback time,
It takes time to
and you will be
assimilate.
happy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We will contribute tremendously.
Those are ignorant people that don't have a vision. And
Yeah.
typically, they've not
Yeah.
been involved. They just stand back and make noise. But, you know, I am so glad you're here. I really am. I know I don't know personally, but I understand it. It had to be a horrible thing to deal with. But I am so glad that you're here. And Mike was in here interviewing with me,
Yeah.
and he was talking about all of his trainees, and I said, you do know there's some pilots coming. Is there a chance that any of these guys worked with you? And he said, I hope so. He didn't
Yeah.
know you were here, and I could see him tonight.
Yeah.
He was so proud. He was, standing up tall.
Yeah.
Did he tell you he crashed a Skyraider in the
Yeah.
ocean?
Yeah.
Were you with him when he did it?
No.
He make a crash. Yeah.
Yeah.
He make a crash of it.
Who's that?
Yeah, Mike.
The
The
guy
one who take a picture with us.
with the ball again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was
He's
a
a-
U.S. advisor.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
at fight
In
24th.
in
Yeah.
1964.
Yeah, he was telling me about how he crashed a Skyraider, and he said,
Yeah.
the Navy told me these things would
Yeah.
float forever. He said, I had just enough time to go, and he said, I was underwater. He said, that
Yeah,
thing
he-
sank really
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
We communicated over year. He sent me a letter
Oh,
every year, every Christmas, and I sent him every Christmas.
But we're so lucky to get here because the American people perfect. But make me sick when the socialists. I look at the election. I'm so scared. Look like Vietnam 1965,
Yep.
75.
You know, the Marine, very good. When we get out, land in Utah, next day they flew us to Guam.
Yes.
As soon as we leave it, we hear constantly big tractor, bulldozer, the whole wooded area converted, tent and outhouse,
Yeah.
in the row.
Yeah.
But we have shelter.
Yes.
We don't have a country yet, but we have shelter.
You have a country now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 I was picking on the Marines earlier. You've got to understand, if you have a daughter, you want her to date somebody in the Air Force, not a Marine.
But I pray for this country now, just like I pray for Vietnam 1975.
Yes,
I'm so scared.
yes.
I look so scared.
Yeah.
I look like 1975 in Vietnam.
I've been thinking the same thing. I keep watching it, and this reminds me of my childhood all over again. Yeah.
I'm so scared.
We'll get through this.
If you go through the communist country, you know how scared it is.
Yep.
You
You
know
know,
how
like-
scared it is.
We're almost up to right up the hill now. We start going down age, right? Some of us at least 75. He's 82. I'm 80. He's maybe 79, 80.
Yeah, she's close to 80.
You guys look fantastic.
82 years old, Chief. But strong man, okay?
Oh my goodness. Well, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
No, that's all. Thank you.
I want to say thank you, seriously, for sitting down. It's not easy, and many men won't do it. But I want to say thank you for telling your story